Oh, guys, what's up? It's Blackheart here, and welcome to a new video. Today we are gonna talk about this very interesting news that was brought up by Moonsoul Slayer. So shout outs to Moonsoul, and I wanted to cover on my channel because it's kind of interesting. So as probably some of you know already, Harada has joined the Bahrain new Comic-Con that's in these days with Giancarlo Esposito and others. And basically, apparently, we don't know the full extent of the questions they asked him, but between the questions, there was this one particular question that was brought up by I don't know who, and basically we have two important news that he said in these questions today. So first of all, he said that they asked him about re-releasing previous Tekken titles. So that's the only real information we have with video proof. The other one we have just to trust Moonsoul on this, but I hope it's legit. So let's watch this clip, okay? Let's watch this clip first. With the audio, of course.
Well, I'm discussing in the company and talking about old titles, like there's still a possibility. So I'm now discussing in the company.
So I don't know if you have heard what he said, the translator, but basically they were talking about the possibility of getting back, you know, older Tekken titles and remastering them for new gen consoles. So basically that's a very interesting question, but because if you think about it, a lot of people are asking for this since a long time, actually, to be able to replay older Tekken titles on new generation. Because basically, if you think about it now, in order to play previous Tekken games like Tekken 5, Tekken 4, Tekken Tag 1 or Tekken Tag 2 even, you have to either try to emulate them with the emulators or try to play them on previous consoles, because there's no re-release of these titles on modern gameplay on modern consoles. So this would be great for replayability, also because you know that Tekken 8 is not in its best shape right now. So maybe it would be a cool occasion in order to play previous Tekken titles, watching previous Tekken titles in order to understand the way they played, understand the different cars. So it will be very, very interesting because of this. And also because, of course, it's a huge possibility in order to understand the differences between what made previous Tekken and what doesn't make modern Tekken, you know, with all the things that we said in these years. In particular, I don't know if you know about it, for example, but we hosted a Tekken Tag 2 tournament yesterday, for example, and it was probably the funniest and the most entertaining Tekken tournament we ever had. Like, I had viewers on this tournament that I don't have normally with my Tekken 8 streams. I reached 200 viewers also with the collaboration, of course, and with the help of Super Akuma. But people stay. You know, usually when someone rates someone else, people leave, you know, usually, and you don't have a lot of viewers. But this time, also thanks to Super Akuma and also to my amazing player base and viewer base, not only probably I've gotten the best amounts of followers in a long time, but also a lot of engagement from the community. So people love to see older Tekken games in action, and we had a lot of fun in the tournament, not even gonna lie. You can watch the VOD on my Twitch. It was so fun. It lasted for 4 hours. So many amazing players, so many amazing gameplay, so many amazing new characters. Like there's also been a Dr. Boskonovich in the fucking tournament. So it was something else. So this could be a huge opportunity also for content creators to analyze previous Tekken games and understand what other Tekken games did better than what is Tekken 8 not doing right now. So we could give a better insight on how the previous Tekken games worked and so on, but also to play online with other players. Like, I will definitely buy a rebuild of previous Tekken games in modern consoles. So this is a very good news. And also, apparently, the other thing that Harada has said, so let's hope that they will do something like this, because it will be very, very important for the community. Another important thing that I said in this interview, apparently, he said that Tekken 8 lacks game modes. You know probably already, especially offline game modes. There isn't a lot of them. We don't have a lot of game modes in Tekken 8. And he says that demand is low and development is difficult of these things. So apparently, like he says that not many people demand for this stuff, and development of these things cost a lot. And even if I can understand his reasoning from a certain point of view, and I can understand and I fully understand that the reasoning may be because of this, I usually think that demand right now is not the best thing you can talk about, since we talked about, and I did a tweet about this, if you can see here. Is he really talking about demand when we are demanding stuff in this Tekken for like a long time now, and they basically gave us the opposite. I said, Harada talking about demand when we demanded a better balance for the game for 1 year, and they 180 on that. Like, I don't know if you know what I mean. Like, of course, demand not always reaches their expectation with what they deliver. So maybe, probably they have data that suggests them that this is a case. But definitely, what makes Tekken very fun, I think, to be played in the community and so on, it's also the amount of cool, fun modes there were in previous Tekken games. Because right now, even if you think about Tekken 8, with all the success of Tekken 7, so I can understand Tekken 7 because it came from the disaster that was Tekken Tag 2. But with the really huge success of Tekken 8, really maybe the Tekken 7, they could have done something better in terms of game modes in Tekken 8. Because if you think about it, basically now, why would you play Tekken 8 basically? For Tekken Ball, for story mode that you play once and you never play anymore, you play it for online. You play online with friends. That's basically it. That's basically the only thing you play Tekken for. There is no like team battle online. There is no other modes or other than this one. And I understand the development is a very huge process. I'm not gonna deny this. But, it feels a little bit poor for such a new game, for such a game that comes from such a success from Tekken 7 to be lacking like a lot some modes. And maybe, but also if you think about it, by the way, they said that these modes are not applicable in Tekken 8 because of their cost, and then they spend a lot of money, a lot of resources on fucking Ghost Battle. Really, I don't understand. On Ghost mode, like, really, who plays against Ghosts? Really, apart from some casuals. They are, like spending a lot of money on this, a lot of money on fucking Ghost Battle, on Ghost gameplay with AI, with all of this shit, and then it works like shit, guys. Because honestly, it works like shit. When things have to be said, they have to be said. Ghosts in Tekken 8 are shit. Okay. I tried playing against my Ghost. It doesn't do one single thing that I do with Jun. One single thing. Like, combos completely drop every 2 seconds. The gameplay is so far off. I know that of course it's still Ghosts, but don't put so many hours, so many money on things that no one asked for. Honestly, maybe I'm speaking for myself here, but I don't think many people are using these modes. So why at this point to deliver us better game modes? Apart from these ghosts, really, because now they also said that in these new updates, in May update, in June, and so on, they're gonna focus more on this ghost stuff. Who the fuck cares, man? Wait, who the fuck cares about the possibility of playing against defensive ghost events, the offensive ghost? Too much complicated for something that no one uses, basically. So it would be much better to maybe develop more modes online, for example, more online modes, apart from Tekken Ball and Ranked and the player match or lobbies or something like this. Like the possibility of maybe playing a team battle online would be so great. Some other modes that maybe, let's say that especially now, I don't want to play competitive Tekken only. Sometimes we forget that Tekken is based around being a game, not only that being a competitive game. So I understand that you play ranked, you compete against other players, but maybe sometimes you would just like to, rest a little bit and just, have fun with something else. And there's not much you can do basically in Tekken right now, apart from, again, Tekken Ball, So Tekken Ball is great, don't get me wrong. Tekken Ball is great. I love Tekken Ball, but it's not like you're gonna pass hours on Tekken Ball, you know what I mean? So Other modes could be definitely fun, and so basically, yeah, that's the news we had on this new Bahrain thing. I really hope there will be more announcements, or like, I don't know, more questions about season 2 on Tekken 8 on Harada's side. But yeah, so I think they could have done a better job in terms of game modes in Tekken 8. Also, I wonder if someone asked them about season 2. I really would like to see, but we don't know much information about that. But if some of you knows in chat, by the way, if some of you knows in the comments, if someone asked him about season 2, I would be so delighted of seeing what he said about season 2, because of course we are still waiting for updates. You know, we are still we are now in May, and we are still waiting on updates on the next patch. By the way, we don't know anything. We don't know what's gonna happen, and I hope it's gonna be good news, because honestly, the game right now is unplayable even after the emergency patch. I'm playing the game still, but it's almost unplayable. Every card is broken. Every card has OP stuff, completely out of control stuff. No counterplay. There are so many carried players. It's even out of. It's not even funny. Large players carried everywhere. Asuka players, Leo players. Like the situation is very bad. So I hope they're gonna deliver in a very good way May patch. So nothing, guys. I wanted to update you on these quick things. Hope you enjoyed this video, and see you guys very soon again. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, and leave a like for the next video to come. Bye!